Look, I know you've seen the photos, the golden California sunsets, the charming neighborhoods, and those big, beautiful homes in Sacramento that are somehow still affordable compared to the Bay Area or Southern California. And yeah, on the surface, Sacramento looks like a dream, right? Sunshine, no traffic, at least not Bay Area traffic, great schools, and paddleboarding after work. But here's the truth. Most people move here with zero idea what they're actually signing up for. They see the highlight reel, not the reality. And that's how you end up in the wrong neighborhood, over budget, with a 45-minute commute and no backyard for your dog, and suddenly that perfect move doesn't feel so perfect.
That's why we made this video, not to sell you on Sacramento. It doesn't need hype, but to give you the real playbook, what life here actually feels like, the best places to live for your lifestyle, how far your budget goes, and things no one tells you about before you pack a single box. And trust us, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly where you should live, where you definitely shouldn't, and how to make Sacramento feel like home on day one.
But first, if this is your first time here, we are Lance and Lauren with the Living in Sacramento team, where we are licensed real estate agents in the state of California, which means that as much as we love making these videos, we actually love helping you more with all of your real estate needs. So that phone number is going to be popping up. We are the ones that answer every phone call, email, and text message, or better yet, schedule that one-on-one Zoom call where we can go over your personal situation, your strategy, and figure out the best game plan for making the move to the greater Sacramento metro.
All right, so jumping right into it, let's talk about what Sacramento actually feels like. You can look at maps all day long, but they won't tell you how a city feels. So what's the vibe? Sacramento is this unique hybrid. It's laid back, but growing fast, politically active, but still very neighborly, outdoor focused, but not just a hiker's paradise. On a single block, you'll see Teslas, lifted trucks, and bikes. You've got surfers who've moved inland for affordability, ditching that beach life for that lake life. You've got nurses commuting to UC Davis Med Center, and digital nomads working from their backyards. There's this undercurrent of hustle, but nobody's too busy to wave or say hi at the coffee shop. And the best part, no matter where you go, Folsom, Midtown, or even rural Loomis, you get a version of Sacramento that still feels authentically local.
If you're watching this and you're nodding your head like, yes, I want that mix of energy and space, hit that like button and help us reach out to more people who are looking for the same thing. Now, going into our next section, we're going to talk about a day-to-day life in Sacramento. Let's talk about your daily rhythm. Your day might start like this. Grab a cup of coffee at Foursquare in Roseville, drop the kids off at Orchard Ranch Elementary School, jump on the Highway 80 and commute into downtown Sacramento for meetings, head home and hit the Pleasant Grove Creek Trail for a quick evening run, wrap up the day with dinner at McCooney, or grab a craft beer at Moxa Brewing in Rockland. Or maybe you're a solo professional, you get up, you hit the gym at 6 a.m. at Iron Roots Fitness in downtown Sacramento, meet a client for a coffee at Chocolate Fish Coffee Roastery, then head into the office near the Capitol. After work, you could catch a River Cats game, or heck, even a Sacramento A's game. Then grab drinks at Drake's along the river with some friends in West Sacramento. And the weekends, that's where Sacramento really comes alive. Farmers markets in Midtown, paddleboarding on Lake Natoma, hiking in Auburn, or even biking along the American River Parkway, day trips to Napa, Tahoe, or even Apple Hill. The lifestyle here is what you make of it. City vibes, you got it. Country chill, yep. Quiet suburbs with Costco's 10 minutes away, absolutely.
All right, quick tip, save this video or text it to your spouse if they're still unsure about the move. Seeing this laid out might help them visualize the life you're both looking for. All right, so moving along, where should you actually live? Let's talk about neighborhoods, because this is where people make the biggest mistake. They move based on a TikTok they saw, a friend's recommendation, or just whatever popped up on Zillow first. And then they realize the vibe doesn't match their lifestyle at all. So instead, let's break it down by how you live, not just zip code. All right, so first we'll talk about family-friendly suburbs. You want space, good schools, and family vibes? We definitely have that here. With Folsom, you've got clean, master-planned, top-tier schools with amazing sports programs and right near Lake Natoma. You'll find tons of new construction homes and even a brand new 55 and up community that's perfect for active adults looking for modern living close to it all. Then you've got El Dorado Hills, scenic views, gated communities, luxury homes, and awesome schools. It's got a slower pace, but still offers a ton of charm thanks to its cool town center that hosts amazing events year-round. Think wine tastings, holiday parades, outdoor concerts, and farmers markets. It's quiet living without missing out on community connection. Then you've got Rockland. Good schools, parks everywhere, and a very family-oriented vibe. There's some new construction still happening, but overall it's quieter than its neighbors. You've got grocery stores and local conveniences, but for big box shopping or most restaurants, think Costco or Target or your favorite sushi spot, you'll be heading into nearby Roseville. All right, next up, we've got Granite Bay. Luxury living with large estates, top-rated schools, and access to Folsom Lake. Some homes even have lake views. It definitely has a quieter vibe, but the neighborhoods feel very mature with beautifully landscaped parkways. Granite Bay also has its own private country club, adding to the upscale community-driven lifestyle.
All right, now let's flip it over to young professionals and digital nomads. You want energy, culture, walkability? Midtown, with its historic homes, walkable streets, bars, brunch spots, and bikes everywhere, this is Sacramento's cultural heartbeat. Where creatives, entrepreneurs, and professionals all blend together, you'll find live music, art galleries, co-working spaces, rooftop lounges, and a calendar packed with events like Second Saturday and Porch Fest. Midtown is energetic, diverse, and full of personality, perfect for somebody who's wanting that urban lifestyle with deep local roots. Then you've got East Sacramento, Fab 40s, mature trees, charming bungalows, and coffee shops and close to downtown. You'll find beautiful tree-lined streets packed with charm and a true neighborhood feel that's both walkable and full of history. Then one of our favorites is Land Park, classic Sacramento charm with tree-lined streets, historic homes, and close proximity to downtown. It's quiet, it's walkable, and full of character with parks, coffee, shops, and a true neighborhood feel. This neighborhood is perfect for professionals or families who want to be near the action without being in the middle of it.
Or maybe you're looking for a balanced lifestyle. You want the best of both worlds, with amenities and convenience, but not chaos. So we've got Roseville. Massive shopping, solid schools, and great parks make this one of the most well-rounded suburbs in the region. Whether you're looking for a suburban vibe with great public services, or you just want to be close to big box retail, Roseville definitely delivers. You've got Costco, the Galleria Mall, Topgolf, and more restaurants than you'll ever get through. It's incredibly convenient while still feeling residential. Next, we've got Elk Grove, one of the fastest growing cities in the region. Elk Grove is packed with newer homes, well-planned neighborhoods, and lots of community parks. It's more affordable than other suburbs and has great access to Highway 99 for commuters. Plus, the diversity here brings an amazing food scene with authentic restaurants you won't find in other parts of the metro. Now, one standout neighborhood for Elk Grove is Laguna West, known for its beautiful man-made lakes and homes that sit right on the water, giving it a resort-like vibe you won't find in most Sacramento suburbs. It's more affordable than other suburbs and has great access to Highway 99 for commuters.
All right, so let's pivot and say maybe you want some space or some land. Loomis, Newcastle, you got quiet, semi-rural communities known for horse property, small farms, and a relaxed country charm. There's areas that offer a slower pace, winding roads, and local produce stands. It's a place where you can really spread out while still being just a short drive to shopping and dining in Rockland or Roseville. Now you've got Lincoln, a mix of small town charm and modern development. You'll find newer homes with scenic views, rolling hills, and larger lots. Perfect for families that want more space without giving up some of those access to amenities. Lincoln also has a revitalized downtown. It's got 3 or 4 golf courses and one of the more affordable options for newer homes with some space.
All right, so maybe you're still not sure what fits your lifestyle. You can schedule a Zoom with us. We'll help you figure out the right area based on your commute, school needs, budget, and pace of life. All right, moving along, let's talk about commuting and getting around town. Sacramento is a driving city, period. Public transit exists, but unless you live and work on the same light rail line, you'll definitely need a car to get around town. Let's break down Sacramento's major freeways so you know how to get around and what to watch out for. Now, I-80 is going to be your main artery if you're living in Roseville or Rockland and heading into downtown Sacramento. It's busy, especially during rush hour, but it's the lifeline for a lot of commuters. Now, when we say busy, if you're someone relocating here from the Bay Area or Southern California, or heck, any other major city in the United States, it's not crazy busy. It's just what local people like to call busy. The traffic does still move. All right, moving along. We've also got Highway 50, which takes you east toward Folsom and El Dorado Hills. If you work in the city and live in the foothills, this will likely be your daily route. Now, Highway 99 runs north to south and connects places like Elk Grove, Galt, and South Sacramento to the heart of the city. Then you've got I-5 through downtown, which connects Natomas to the Sacramento International Airport in the north and Stockton to the south. But here's the deal, you've got to plan around traffic. So traffic in Sacramento will get a little bit busier around the 6:30, 7 a.m., all the way 8 o'clock to 9 a.m. time frame when everybody's commuting in and out of the city. And then same thing in the afternoon around 3:30 till about 6 o'clock. It will be a little bit more congested, so just make sure you plan for that. That 80 Business 80 merge, locals like to call it a traffic vortex for a reason. Rush hour traffic near downtown and the Arden area can stack up quickly, especially between 7 to 9 a.m. and 4 to 6 p.m. So if you're planning to commute, always test the drive at the time you'd actually be on the road. It might change your whole game plan and make you pick a different area of the Sacramento suburbs or metro than you were originally thinking.
Super weird pro tip, guys, but when you are here for your recon trip, we always suggest testing out your potential commute at rush hour before making an offer. We know a lot of people don't think about it, but that perfect home can become a nightmare if it adds 90 minutes of commuting to your day. Also, Sacramento summers equal AC required. Don't mess around with a car that has bad air conditioning. Now, jumping into one of our last sections, what can you get for your money? Let's talk about numbers, because when it comes to Sacramento, what you can get for your money is one of the biggest reasons why people move here. Whether you're coming from the Bay Area, Southern California, or out of state, you're probably going to be pleasantly surprised by what your budget can get you here or stretch out here. Now let's break it down by price range. All right, let's talk about the 5 to 600K range. In this range, you're likely looking at a 3 to 4 bedroom home in places like Elk Grove, West Roseville, Lincoln, or even Citrus Heights. You'll come across some homes that have a little bit more age on them, but they've been well taken care of. For many of these homes, they've been updated over the years and still offer great value and a solid construction. These areas offer solid neighborhoods with parks, schools, and a growing retail development. Now, between the 600K and 800K range, now you're in the sweet spot for a lot of families. You're looking at some of the beautiful newer construction homes in South Folsom, Rockland, West Roseville. Many of these homes come with modern finishes, open concept layouts, and features like energy efficient systems, smart home technology, and stylish touches throughout the entire home. Expect open floor plans, quartz or granite countertops, updated kitchens, bigger yards for the kids or the dog, and yes, even a pool in some of these cases. This price range also opens up the door to some more established neighborhoods, like the edges of East Sacramento and certain pockets of Carmichael, where you'll find larger lots, mature trees, and more of a timeless classic neighborhood feel. Now, 800K to $1 million and up, here's where things really open up. In the 800K to $1 million range, you're stepping into some of the most desirable homes in the Sacramento region. Think custom homes like Granite Bay, Eldorado Hills, and the historic Fab 40s of East Sacramento. These homes are one of a kind with character, space, and top of the line everything. We're talking gated communities, elevated views, pool-sized lots, and premium upgrades throughout, whether it's a chef's kitchen, outdoor living spaces, or spa-style bathrooms. And if you want that upscale urban lifestyle, there are some luxury condos and townhomes in Midtown that put you right in the heart of the action, surrounded by restaurants, entertainment, and walkable culture. It's the city living with high-end flair. But here's the important part. Your money looks completely different depending on where you spend it. A $700,000 home in Roseville might get you a 2,800 square foot, newer build and a big backyard, maybe even a pool. Now that same budget in Folsom could land you in a smaller home on a tighter lot, but in a beautiful masterly planned neighborhood with top-ranked schools, trails, and a community charm. So you have to decide what matters most: size, location, lot, walkability, or style. That's something that we can help you figure out. And if you're serious about new builds or want early access to price drops, incentives, and quick move-in homes, make sure you join our inner circle, where we give you updates on builders every single week and we share them with our clients first. Sacramento is still affordable compared to other major cities in California, but prices are rising and inventory is going fast. Having a plan, knowing your must-haves, and understanding where your dollar goes furthest will help you win in this market.
All right, so now that you know about potentially where to spend your money, let's talk about hidden costs in Sacramento. So you've seen what your budget can buy. Let's talk about the other side of the coin, what it's really going to cost once you actually live here. Because here's the truth, California has some sneaky hidden costs that can throw people off if you're not prepared. Let's start with the big one, property taxes. Now, California doesn't have a state mandated percentage like other states. It's closer to 1% of your home's assessed value. But depending on where you buy, it can be significantly higher due to added fees like Melrose. Now, these are special taxes that are attached to many newer communities. So if you're thinking of a new construction home, you want to buy a brand new home, just keep in mind that you're most likely, probably absolutely, gonna have Melrose tax added on to your property tax. All right, now what does Melrose actually do? Now, it funds infrastructure like schools, roads, and fire departments. But the thing to note is that it can add an additional $200 to $500 and up to your monthly payment. Then you've also got HOAs. So if you're moving into a master planned or gated community, potentially expect an HOA. Now, most HOAs here will range anywhere from $50 to $200 a month, depending on certain amenities like pools, gyms, landscaping, or security. All right, supplemental tax bills. When you buy a home, especially a newer one, you might get hit with a supplemental tax bill shortly after. Most people don't see this coming, and sometimes it can be costly. So it's just something to know. Now you've also got fire insurance and potential flood zones. Now, California's insurance market has been, you could say, changing lately. And while Sacramento isn't in a high-risk wildfire area like Tahoe or Paradise, you can still run into potentially higher premiums depending on the terrain or vegetation or proximity to open space. Now, also certain areas along the American River or in Natomas may be in a flood zone. That could potentially mean flood insurance. So it's something to check before you fall in love with the house. Then you've got utilities and maintenance. Let's talk about energy costs, because where you live in Sacramento region can definitely make a big difference. If your home falls within a PG&E territory, which includes parts of El Dorado Hills, Granite Bay, Rockland, and Lincoln, you're likely going to see higher monthly utility bills. PG&E is known for having some of the highest rates in the state of California. Now, in Sacramento proper, many neighborhoods are powered by SMUD, and that's a good thing. SMUD's electric rates are significantly lower than PG&E, and it can really add up over the summer months. Then there's Roseville, which operates its own city utility company. If you're in Roseville electric territory, you'll find rates that are competitive, reliable, and well supported by city infrastructure. So before you fall in love with a house, it's smart to ask, who's the utility provider? Does the house have solar? This can definitely keep rates down in some of those higher priced PG&E areas, because in Sacramento, the same house with the same square footage can mean two very different monthly bills just based on the energy company.
Bottom line, what looks affordable on Zillow can change real fast when you factor in taxes, insurance, and energy bills. That's why working with a local team like ours matters. We can spot some of those red flags and make sure you're not in a surprise spot later. All right, now let's talk about education in Sacramento. If you've got kids or plan to down the line, this section is a big one. Now, because we're real estate agents, we can't legally tell you which schools are the best, but what we can do is share with what our clients consistently look for and how they've done their homework to find the right fit for their families. And we can also talk about our own personal experiences as parents and locals living right here in Sacramento area. So let's start with some standout school districts. Top public school districts are going to be Rockland Unified and Roseville Joint Union are going to be two of the most requested districts in Placer County. Parents love the newer campuses, strong test scores, and the wide range of extracurricular activities, especially sports and music programs. Roseville Joint Union High School District also serves parts of Granite Bay, making it a popular option for families looking for a strong academic environment with access to both Placer County and suburban amenities. Now, Folsom Cordova Unified is one of the most sought after districts for student athletes and academically driven families alike. In South Folsom, many schools are a part of the well-designed master plan communities known for their strong reputations, top-tier facilities, and high levels of parent involvement. Folsom High School's sports programs are especially standout. Its football team has made it to multiple trips to the CIF state championship and is considered one of the top football programs in the entire state, regularly producing Division I athletes. Elk Grove Unified is massive and very diverse. It has pockets with top-rated campuses and a ton of newly built schools within the last decade. Just make sure you double-check zoning boundaries because it is a big district with a lot of variation.
Now, pro tip, use tools like greatschools.org or niche.com to research scores, parent reviews, and special programs. Then verify school boundaries directly with the district. They change more often than you'd think, especially with how much the Sacramento region is growing right now. All right, now this brings us to jobs and career opportunities in Sacramento. Let's be honest, people don't just move to Sacramento for the sunshine. A lot of people are actually coming here to level up their lifestyle without giving up career growth. Now you've got the government and public sector. As the state capital, Sacramento has a massive public sector job market. We're talking about California state departments and agencies, legal offices, lobbying firms, and the Capitol itself. Then you've got UC Davis Health and other public health employers, along with all of the other major healthcare systems in the region. You've got Sutter Health, Dignity Health, Kaiser Permanente, and the Sacramento VA Medical Center. These institutions provide a wide range of career opportunities from clinical and administrative roles to research and education. Now, if you're in government, healthcare, law, or public policy, Sacramento is one of the best places in the country to build a career while still affording a home. Then you've got remote work and tech. With remote work still being a thing for some companies, we've seen a steady stream of Bay Area tech professionals relocating here for more space and better quality of life. Many of our clients are still working for companies based in San Francisco or San Jose, but they've traded a 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom condo for 4-bedroom homes with offices, backyards, and room to breathe. Also, the internet infrastructure is solid here. Co-working spaces are popping up everywhere, and the lifestyle here supports a strong work from home culture. Then you've got skilled trades, education, and entrepreneurship. Sacramento is also a great place for educators, especially with so many strong public and charter schools. Sacramento's job market is booming. There's definitely a place for you here.
All right, real talk. Now, Sacramento may not be Silicon Valley, but if you're looking for stability, flexibility, or the ability to enjoy your evenings and weekends, this city definitely delivers. And if you're thinking about making a career move alongside a relocation move, we've got local connections and insights to help you land softly. So reach out to us, we'll get you plugged in. Now we're going to talk about something that surprises a lot of people when they move to Sacramento: the weather and all the myths around it. Summers are going to be hot but manageable. Yes, it does get extremely hot here in the summertime. We're talking triple digits from June until early September, and it can feel like walking into a blow dryer some days. But here's the thing, everyone here is built for it. Homes have central AC, shopping centers are air conditioned, and locals know how to adjust. Morning hikes, evening barbecues, and lots of pool times in between. If you've got shade trees or solar, it makes a huge difference.
Plan your outdoor activities before noon or after 6 p.m. in July and August. You'll definitely thank us later.
Now, winters are going to be mild with a few rainy weeks. On the flip side, Sacramento winters here are super mild. You'll get a few rainy weeks, especially in December through February, but unless something crazy happens, we don't get snow. Occasionally there's a cold snap, but for the most part, you'll be wearing hoodies and jeans, not tons of layers and snow gear. Spring and fall, that's going to be the secret sauce to Sacramento. Spring and fall are what make Sacramento's climate a fan favorite. March through May, this is when Sacramento truly comes alive. The wildflowers are in bloom, temperatures are comfortable, and the city is buzzing with weekend events from street fairs to outdoor markets to wine tastings and family-friendly festivities. Fall time, September through November, you're gonna get crisp mornings, golden leaves on the trees, and cool breezes make it the perfect season for pumpkin patches, cozy coffee shop hangs, and day trips to Apple Hill for cider donuts and fresh picked apples.
Now, the myths, because you guys have all reached out to us about them, so let's talk about it. No, we don't have earthquakes all the time. Heck, to be honest, I can't even remember the last time I felt one. No, it's not all farmland, though we do love our fresh produce here. And no, it's not too far from everything. Tahoe in 2 hours, Napa in 90 minutes, San Francisco in under 2 hours. Bottom line, Sacramento has 4 real seasons, but none of them are extreme. And if you like sunshine, you'll get about 270 days a year.
All right, so now you've got the full breakdown: lifestyle, neighborhoods, home prices, schools, and even what kind of weather you're signing up for. But how do you actually pull off the move smoothly? Here are a few tips that we give every single one of our relocation clients. Number 1, don't skip the strategy call. We get it, you're watching videos, you're scrolling through our app, and you're dreaming big, but the best thing that you can do is schedule a Zoom call with us early. We'll walk you through the entire process, help you clarify your must-haves, your deal breakers, and your no-goes, and share with you the areas that might actually fit your budget and your lifestyle. The families who reach out early feel more confident and less stressed. Now, number 2, visit before you commit if you can. If there's any way to visit beforehand, do it. Spend some time in different neighborhoods, different cities, different areas, and at different times of the day. We'll set up a customized tour so you can get a feel for the traffic, vibe, and community. Can't make the trip? No problem. We do a ton of virtual relocations, and our video walkthroughs are super detailed. Number 3, prep for your financing and your timeline. Make sure you're pre-approved before your trip or before you get started seriously shopping. In Sacramento's competitive market, being ready to act can make or break a deal. Now, if you need a lender, we've got an amazing one. We'll connect you with our trusted local lender, Katie. She's amazing, and she can't wait to help build a timeline that works for your job transfer, your lease ending, or your school year. And lastly, number 4, work with locals who know the market. Sacramento isn't just one big place. It's a collection of neighborhoods and micro markets that all work differently. A house that looks like a deal online line might sit directly under a flight path on your way to Sacramento International Airport, back up to a freeway, or have some kind of surprise Melrose fees that you're not expecting. That's where our experience comes in. We live here, work here, and help families every day like you relocate to the greater Sacramento metro.
All right, if you've made it this far, first of all, thank you. This was a long one. We know this was a lot of information, but we hope it helped you feel more confident about your next move. So if you're serious about making Sacramento your home, we would love to help. You can call, text, or schedule a Zoom with us. We'll talk about your goals, your budget, your timeline, and start building a game plan together.
So that phone number is going to be popping up. We are the ones that answer every phone call, email, and text message, or better yet, schedule that one-on-one Zoom call. Or if you're not quite ready yet, we did just build an app for you guys. Go ahead and download that app at the second QR code.